good, everybody? This is Coach Phil, and welcome to another episode of Deep in the Game. And as you can see, we have us a kick return, punt return specialist extraordinaire, one of the best returners in all of the CFL that I've seen in a very long time. Of course, I'm talking about Devonte Dedmon of the Ottawa Redblacks. Devonte, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. How's it going in the off season for you, man? What you been up to?
It's good. I stay in Ottawa year round, so just been trying to stay warm. This winter hasn't been too bad, but I just started training maybe like a week ago, so I'm just getting to it.
That's good. That's good, man. Good to hear. What you been working on this off season, man, as far as your game and growing, expanding as a player?
Um, I would say just getting my body right. I've had a few injuries in my career, so I've just really been trying to stay on top of that, eating more healthy, and just doing what I got to do.
That's good, man. That's good. You guys had a really successful season this year, although obviously not making it to the Grey Cup, which is the ultimate goal, but you guys made the postseason for the first time in a while. Take us through the season, man, and how you guys did things, man, playing for Bobby Dice and the team and the culture and everything like that.
Um, this has been the closest group I've been on since I got on the team in 2019. I think it was a lot of guys leaving their egos at the door, and that really opened up a lot of opportunity for a lot of guys to just show what they have. And we brought in a lot of great character guys and try to weed out a little bit of, I guess you could say, like the snakes out the grass kind of thing. And yeah, just overall, we were just very successful in that. We had a lot of great young guys on the team that really pushed the vets as well. So when you get all of those aspects involved in the game, you're bound to be successful.
That's true. That's very true. What I liked about your team this year was you guys were a scrappy bunch. You guys obviously put up some very, very good fights throughout the season, man. And even down the stretch, you had to play Toronto. I was at that game. You guys even still put up a very close fight. Is that the message that's being passed around the locker room from the coaching staff to you guys? Hey, we got to keep fighting. We got to keep fighting.
I don't think it's we got to keep fighting. I think it's more of a thought that we can win all these games. Like we go into these games and we're the only ones that can beat ourselves. Like so, I think so. When it starts with Darius picking on our defense, you got guys like Dom Rhymes, you got vets Jeremiah Masoli, Braylon Addison, you got these guys in the locker room that have been involved in winning atmospheres. You can only help with to jump on board with it and be like, if they believe we're successful, we're going to be successful. So, and you got a young guy in Drew Brown that is being molded by these guys. It's like, what more can you ask for?
I respect that. Respect that. So for you, man, your journey to the CFL, obviously you were born in Williamsburg, Virginia, man. Take us from the beginning for you and and how you got to the CFL.
Man, seems like so long ago. So I started playing ball when I was 6. I was a little bit of I would say a chunky kid. My parents put me into youth football. I started off playing O-line. My mom was scared, and then I started playing like a DN kind of thing. And I remember we were playing the Hampton Tornadoes, Hampton, Virginia, and I made a tackle on a big guy. And my dad looked at me and was like so happy and so proud. He was like, "I knew you could do it." And then I remember driving home, and my mom was like, "You've always been undersized, like short wise, but you've never gave up." And I've always had that in the back of my mind. Everyone's always told me, "Oh, you're too small, this, that, and the third." So I've always had that on my shoulder, and I pushed through. Went to the War Hill High School in Virginia, in Williamsburg. Played quarterback 3 years and switched to running back my senior year. Got my offer to William and Mary. I was recruited by David Corley, who was in my life since I was 8 years old. Great guy. Ended up committing there. A week after commitment, he ended up leaving to go to UConn. So I ended up getting brought in by Winston October, who played in the CFL as well as a great returner. So he ended up being my receiver coach at the College of William and Mary for 4 years. And then he left to go to Ottawa. So, yeah, so crazy combination there. I played my senior year, thought everyone, dreams of that NFL thing. Didn't work out. Ended up just chilling. I was chilling on the couch, hanging out with my friends right before graduation, and I get a call from a 613 area code. Just simply was just like, this got to be spam or scam. Like, I don't know. So I kept declining the call. And then Winston actually called me, and he's like, answer the phone, stop being dumb. And I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, this is a call that's gonna change your life. And I'm like, all right. So I answer the phone. At this point, no passport, bro. Like I had no passport, never been out of the state. Well, other than for like football games, but never been out the country. So I had to get a passport. My dad rushed me up to DC. 2 days later, I got my passport, and I'm on the first flight up to Ottawa. They told me to pack for 2 weeks. Pack for 2 weeks, and then the rest. I ended up playing in that preseason game 2 days, 3 days after first got there. Took back my first touch in the CFL, and the next week ended up having a tear in my hamstring, and that's just been, I guess you could say, a part of my career so far. It's just been I haven't really been able to show what I have because I've been injured, but I know I'm getting comfortable with the game now. Game slowing down, like shoot, kick return, punt return, the game slowed for me. Like I feel at home back there, so I'm just every game just trying to give Ottawa what I have, and let's hope they want me back on the team this coming year.
Good. Thank you for sharing that with us, man. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. For you as a kick returner or punt returner, take us through the process in your mind when the ball gets kicked. What's going through your mind, and just what do you go through to get to try and score?
So Winston, he let me return my sophomore year of college, and he always told me, if you're thinking, you're stinking. So I'll get back there, and it's weird, but I try to like match my feet with my heartbeat, just so I'm all in one with myself and I'm grounded. I know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Ball's kicked. I'm already looking at which way the punter's angling his body. So he's moving, I'm moving. Um, well, in the last couple of years, it's been different because guys have been kicking away, but I've just been trying to like focus on getting to the spot early, fast to slow, because you see a lot of guys, the ball is punted and they're not really on the move. So the faster you're moving, you're able to gauge it. And then when I'm moving fast, that makes the punt team moving fast. But they got up here, I got that halo. So I'm like, man, this is perfect for my game. So get there fast. I'm able to get north and south as fast as I can. And that's one thing I can say, like, I'm a little bit different than a lot of returners. Like, I get that ball and I'm just full speed ahead, like north and south. Like, that's just always been my game. And I don't know, Coach Dice has really appreciated it for the last couple of years. So just try to do the best I can for my unit. Like, they're always blocking their tail off for me. So it's like, I can't let them down on my end. So I try to, at least in my mind, I'm trying to get at least 15 yards of return. That's in my head.
So 15, your goal is mainly get, hey, if I can get 15, okay, cool, we get in good field position. But if anything extra, hey,
I'll take it. Yeah, Coach Dice always says first down and touchdowns. And I'm like, like, I just want to get an explosive play. And that's what I think about 15 yards. If I get 15 on a punt return, something I can make something shake at 15. So we'll see.
As long as you can shake, that's all that matters right there, man. And one thing I love about your game, man, is when you get your kick returns or your punt returns, a lot of guys are north-south. A lot of guys try to do the most to get to where they want to get to. But you love tie rope in that sideline. And I've noticed that a lot. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. How do you, as far as like a kick returner, punt returner, is it more for young guys, for the young guys that are watching? How do you get over the fear of getting blown up? Because in the CFL, obviously, there's no catch rule, fair catch rule, and all that. How do you get over that fear of, I know I'm about to get blasted, but I got to make a move?
Shoot, like I said, like I've been doing this my whole life, so it's a part of their game. These guys get paid to make tackles, so like I'm gonna make it as hard as I can on them. So I know they use the sideline as an extra defender. So for me, I'm gonna burst as hard as I can, and I'm gonna try to mess their angle up so I can cut under it. So that's always been what I've always thought about. For every step I take, the defender takes two. So I'll go ahead and jab. He's gonna have to buckle his feet to get comfortable. So that's always what I've tried to do.
Were there any kick returners or punt returners or players that you took a little bit from their game and you utilized it for yourself? Anybody you look
growing up, I was a huge Dante Hall, X Factor, and then Devin Hester, obviously, Peter Ward, my area, Percy Harvin. Like I got to see all of that like firsthand, and then shoot, that's pretty much it. Like, and then I got Winston. He used to show me film of of him when he was in the CFL. And then on top of that, I went to William and Mary, so Pinball Clemens as well. So those kind of like all of that and all together like really helped me out. And then when I got up here and I met Gizmo in 21, I was like, wow, like this is like a legend, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to like look at a little bit of stuff that I can find and like just try to emulate it a little bit. I know I can't be him, but I can emulate it a little bit.
And to be in the same class, just to learn from Gizmo, obviously going to the same similar school as Pinball, that says a whole lot right there. But for you, moving forward, what is the ultimate goal for you? You've already won the Special Teams Award. You've already been a CFL All-Star. What at 29 years old, what's the ultimate goal for you now going into next season or just beyond?
Be healthy and win a Grey Cup. Like that's it. Like I want to contribute to my team's success as much as I can, whether that's punt return, kick return, or offense. Like this year, I got put in a few situations and I showed the CFL what I can do with the ball in my hand. So I would like for a team to take a shot on me and see what I can do in that aspect. And I just want to bring joy and like get fans off their feet. That's what I love to do. So I love to bring the energy around the locker room and just that's me. I just love to have a good time.
Hey, you a big little fireball energy, but personality, you that man. So much respect for you for that. So we're gonna end it on a good note, man. We're gonna ask you just a couple questions just for the people to get to know you better, man. So
Okay.
what was the hardest hit you ever took in the CFL? Who hit you the hardest?
Ooh, hardest hit in the CFL. I would say last year in Winnipeg, late in the game, trying to make a play, like I should have just ran out of bounds, but I like the dog in me is like, nah, I gotta make some shape. There was a missed block on the edge. I didn't see it. And I'm in a full sprint. He just right to the chest, caved it in. I'm like, oh man, let me get to the sideline. Because my mom, she made it clear to me like and late high school, early college, like I got hit so hard and I just didn't get up. So like her not being here, she like, I don't like that. Seeing that on TV scares me. So like in my mind, I gotta get up and get to the sideline. If I can do that, I'm good. So that's the way I think about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you like to do in your spare time, man, outside of football?
For real, bowling, painting. Like I love art. Like I go to the museums out here. It's a good time. For real, just hanging out with my friends, reading. I need to get more into the word, so that's what I'm trying to focus on this off season. Trying to get more into the word, just going into the season, so I'm more grounded with myself and being the man who I want to be, going forward. So yeah, that's what I like to do.
Favorite?
And I like tattoos. You can say that. Like I just got one the other day. So and like anime, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. For you as well, man. If you could pass any free game on to any youngsters out there that aspire to be kick returners or just be a punt returner, whatever the case may be, a football player overall, what would that knowledge be if you could give them one thing?
I would say I'll do two things. I'll say discipline and be you. Like I got a tat on my leg that says "Be you, believe in yourself." Because like at the end of the day, you got to bet on yourself, man. Like there's a lot of people that's gonna be your doubters and all of that stuff. But let you focus on what you need to focus on. Be grounded with your game. Focus on what you got to do and control the controllables. That's it. Like there's a lot of guys out here that they get into the position that I'm at right now, but they don't last. You feel me? They play 1 year, 2 years, and it's over with. And that's where that discipline comes in. Like, there's a lot of guys that have all the talent in the world, but they out in the cities. They doing all the stuff that's negative. You know what I'm saying? You just got to build your name in a positive character way. And these organizations will take a chance on you and keep you around. You feel me? Like, I'm lucky enough to have played 5, 6 years for one team. Not a lot of guys can say that in the CFL. So I'm just, I'm grateful for the opportunity I have with the Red Blacks, and we'll see what's in store.
Sir, yes, sir. Hey, Devonte, thank you so much, man. It took a lot for us to get this done, man, real quick, but thank you. I appreciate you, man, and best luck to you this season. If you ever need anything, man, just holler at me.
Appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the sideline soon, man.
Oh, you're going to see me, man. You're going to see me real soon, brother. So that's been another episode of Deep in the Game. We might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Till next time, everybody take care. Blessings.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
The man's in the house.
So crazy.
The man's in the house.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
The man's in the house.